Yeah. Hi guys. Good evening, all of you. Hope all of you can hear me. Anyone, guys? Can you please confirm? Is a audible, guys?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So, guys, I think some of you have attended yesterday's session. Maybe some of you maybe may have joined for the today's session. So today maybe is your first session, guys. Maybe it's for some of you. So don't worry. One small introduction class has taken. So just once again, I will quickly recap whatever I have discussed in the last session. So no need to worry about that because our backend team is also going to share you the recorded video, guys. So whatever the session that has happened yesterday, we are going to give you the recording session for that. So don't worry, you will get the recording session for the previous class also. So once again, just a recap of like what we discussed in the last session. It's a very introduction part, guys.
Mr. Vamsi, I'm
Yes.
really sorry to bother you.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Uh, uh, may I know,
Yeah.
like, this is again a demo session, like the 6:30 batch, whatever it is going on right now, when it will
Yeah.
resume?
Yeah. Yeah. It's Monday.
Monday, na? Oh,
It's
okay. So
Monday.
I
Yeah.
can drop, right?
You
Again,
can
for the
drop it.
demo
Yeah.
session.
You can drop it. You can
Thank
drop
you
it.
so much, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yep. Okay. So let's continue, guys. So yesterday, just I have taken a small introduction. It's only just an introduction part only. So even we didn't started with any implementation or any main concept. But anyhow, we are here to learn something about generative AI, guys. The simple in short, we call it as a Gen AI. What we are calling it as, guys, a generative AI. So coming to this generative AI, so because many of the people do not have any, they don't have much idea about what is generative AI, or some people thinks in a different way. Maybe they have some kind of a wrong statements or a wrong opinion about this generative AI. So just to make you understand the difference, so yesterday I have just given a small introduction, just a hardly guys, a 30-40 minutes introduction I have taken. And after that, I have just taken some, uh, I've just taken some a Q&A from the participants. So once again, guys, so what is AI first of all? So first of all, mainly you have to understand AI versus which is generative AI. If you can just understand the difference, guys, that is going to be sufficient. Remaining, you can understand it later. What is machine learning? What is deep learning? All these things, we'll discuss it in the later classes. We'll try to understand more details about that. So first of all, I made you understand what is AI. So AI is nothing but which stands for artificial intelligence. And what is AI basically, guys? A system or a machine which behaves just like humans, or system which mimics human behavior, guys. So we say that which mimics human behavior. That means which is going to just like act like a human. So that's why we simply say that a system which is capable to mimic the human behavior is what we call it as an AI system. That means it can just take the decisions just like the humans, or it can draw the pictures just like the humans, or it can like for example, it can write some which is going to be songs, or it can write some poems just like the humans. Anything, it can just give you some kind of a like a suggestions just like a financial advisor, or it can suggest, it is going to give you some kind of a recommendation just like a medical expert, or like a doctor, it can give you some kind of a suggestions. So any human behavior can be just, it can be mimicked with the help of these AI systems. So as I said that yesterday, these AI systems can be classified into which is going to be two types, guys. So one is, as I said that, which is going to be discriminative AI. So what is meaning of a discriminative AI? Discriminative AI is nothing but the machines are trained. They're also trained, guys. But what is the difference between this a discriminative AI and this particular generative AI is nothing but what we discussed about this, guys. So I said that what is going to be a discriminative AI. So what is discriminative AI, guys? A discriminative AI is nothing but the machines are trained to discriminate between one class and the other class. Maybe it can say whether it is male or a female. So once if you give any photograph of any particular human, it will say that whether the person in the image is whether it is male or a female, or it can identify what is going to be the facial emotion inside what is the facial emotion. That means whether the person in the image is smiling, or whether the happy, or whether the person in the image is sad, or whether he was angry or neutral, okay, or disgust. So something like that, it can easily identify some kind of an emotions, they can identify that. or it can identify something like an which is going to be some gender of the person. So whenever it is able to discriminate that kind of an applications, we simply call it as a discriminative AI. So machines are trained there. So what we are going to do is the machines are trained, which is to identify a particular class. I'll give you more details in the later classes. Trying to identify a particular class, guys. So the class can be a gender class, a particular class. It can be something like a gender class can be there. It can identify whether the person in the image is a male or a female, or even it can identify something like an which is going to be the facial emotion. So there is something called as an facial emotion will be there, guys. That means whether the person is happy or whether the person is sad or whether the person is angry, okay, or whether the person is in fear or neutral, something like that. It can be not only two classes like this, it can be one, two, three, four, five classes or six classes can be there. They are nothing but what we call it as a discriminative AI, guys. Or for example, if I give an audio file, guys, if I give an audio file, what kind of an audio file it was there? So whether it is going to be something like an, whether it is a car horn, or whether it is going to be something like an, maybe which is going to be something like a gunshot. I'm talking about an audio file, guys, a car horn, gunshot, or let us say something like an street music is there, or something like it is going to be a dog barking. So you can discriminate like this, guys. So we'll give some predefined classes will be there. Only we can identify, only that particular classes only we can identify. So that is what we basically we talk about a discriminative AI. That means they can distinguish between a audio file, which is whether it is a car horn or a gunshot or a street music, or whenever we are talking about some image. So from the image, it can identify what is the gender of the person, or from that particular image it can identify what kind of an emotion. Like that we have the option, guys. If you want, I'll show you one small Python library will be there. If you feed the input to that image, the image will tell you whether if the person is in what kind of an emotion of the person in that particular in the image it is going to identify that. So these are what we call it as discriminative AI, which can discriminate or which can distinguish between a one class and the other class. Male or female is two classes. Happy, sad, angry, there are some classes. Car horn, gunshot, street music is one class. Like that, we can discriminate them, guys. So what is the other one, guys? As we discussed about that, it's going to be nothing but it's a generative AI. So generative AI is also nothing but the machines are which is nothing but trained not to identify a particular class. So trained to which is going to be generate some kind of a new content, guys. They are trained to generate some kind of a new content. That means, as I said there, depending on the prompt what we give, guys, depending on the prompt what we can give, I can ask. So can you generate? I'm not asking, I'm not giving an image and asking them, tell me whether the person in the image is a male or a female, or I'm not asking the to identify whether the person in the image is a what is the facial emotion. I'm asking you to generate an image. I can ask the model, can you generate an image with some specification? So I'm asking to generate an image of a female. Nowadays you are talking about now, guys, AI images, AI videos. I can ask you to generate an image. I can ask you to generate, ask the machine to generate an audio file, some speech, or I can ask the machine to generate some kind of an videos, or I can also ask you to the write some kind of an summary or some kind of a text, reviews, emails, anything I can ask them, guys. Nowadays you are hearing about now, guys. So if you want to write some kind of an official email to my client, so ask the chat GPT. So what is the inputs you want to give, what kind of a words we have to use, give that prompt. Automatically that chat GPT is going to generate some kind of an effective email. So how can you send that email to a whenever you want to send an email to a client, something like that. For example, you are not satisfied with a particular product, so how to write a review on that particular product on Amazon? So ask the chat GPT, it will write it. So nowadays really the chat GPTs or whatever that LLM models are really helping a lot, guys. So our obviously our mainly the production, it's going to be nothing but our productivity is getting increasing, but at the same time we should not completely depend on that kind of an AI systems, because we have seen the news recently in a company, once the developers has used the developer the user copilot, so a company has fired those 5 employees from the jobs. So why? Because they are using that copilot, they have been got used. I think you have heard that news about that. So they can generate, but we cannot completely depend. You can also generate an end-to-end project, you can generate it, guys. end-to-end project you can generate. For example, nowadays, see, nobody is asking, sir, I want a resume, or I want some FAQs, I want some materials. So everything is available online. Go to the chat GPT and ask it. So tell me some questions, interview questions on which is going to be on generative AI. So just go there and it will generate a lot of questions, guys. So do you want to generate a hard questions or simple questions, intermediate level? So you ask the input, you give the input to the chat GPT or something like a Google Gemini or some other which is going to be LLM models. They're capable to generate all these things. So this is what we yesterday we discussed about those concepts, guys. So generative AI is nothing but the machines are trained to generate some kind of a new content they want to generate it. It can be a text, it can be a video, it can be an audio, it can be an image, anything you can give it, guys. Okay. So that is what we discussed, and after that, I have taken some small Q and A's. Different people asked about what are the different questions. Mainly, one of the major question that came from many of the people is, sir, we don't know Python, or we don't have any technical knowledge. We are from non-IT background or non-technical background. Can we learn this one? Absolutely, we can learn, guys, because no coding is going to be mandatory for that. So no prerequisite. I'd say that I'm not going to say that it's completely without complete zero knowledge. I'm going to take care about each and every step I'm going to discuss. Even if you have completely zero knowledge also, you can learn. But put a little bit more effort on that. Put a little bit more effort on this, guys. So whatever we are discussing here, if you put a little bit more effort on that, we can understand how these particular GPT models are working, how the generative AI model works. All these things we can understand them. So because we are not going to do any kind of a development, means we are not going to write any kind of a code. For every implementation, if you want to do, guys, you will be having some kind of an Python packages will be there. So mainly you have to learn some basics of Python. You need not to be an expert in Python also, guys. You need not to be an expert, complete expert in Python. Even frankly, I'm saying that I don't say myself, I don't call myself as a Python expert. But I know Python. Up to what extent I know? Whenever I want to import any Python libraries, or whenever I want to use some classes and functions of Python libraries, that is going to be sufficient for that. You don't require a complete advanced Python, all these things not required. Just basic core Python concepts are required, guys. So this core concept Python, I'm going to discuss in the classroom training. I'm going to discuss about that, guys. So it will take somewhere around 2 to 3 weeks. It is going to take hardly 2.5 weeks, 2 to 2.5 weeks. It is going to take, guys. Some basics of Python is there. If you're already having the Python knowledge, well and good. So once again, you have to refresh the topic or you have to recap the concepts. For the guys who do not have any knowledge of Python also, I'm going to teach you everything from the basic level. But you need not to start from everything from the basic, like what is software, what is hardware, what is programming language. All these are not required, because we are not here to learn about the Python, or here we are not here to become an expertise in the Python. Our requirement is how to use the Python as part of our generative AI applications. So whenever you want to generate some kind of an, or when you want to create some kind of an a Gen AI applications, I'm going to use something called as the Python. I'm going to use this a very basic level Python. Python is a very simple language. Anyone can learn very easily. Simple to learn, simple to use. Anyone can learn very easily, guys. We don't have any difficulty in learning these Python concepts. That is what we practically, that is what I can suggest about that. I'll tell you what topics are required in the Python concepts. Up to that particular level, if you study 2.5 weeks, if you study them, that is going to be sufficient with that. After that, I'm going to start with some other implementations. I'll start with them, guys, towards the whatever the generative AI. Mainly, to work with generative AI, some basic fundamentals of NLP is required, guys. So first, we'll concentrate on this particular NLP related concepts. I think all of you heard about what is NLP. It is nothing but what we call it as a natural language processing. So we require some NLP techniques are required, guys. Natural language processing, where we have to convert our text data. Whatever your text data is there, the text data is going to be gets converted into some kind of a numerics. The textual data, whatever the text data was there, guys, it is going to be gets converted into some numbers. What are the different techniques are there? We will study about all those things, guys. So don't worry, I'm going to discuss about all those applications. So we have a technique with something called as an one hot encoding. If you maybe some of you have been heard about this, guys, or no worries. Even if you don't hear, if you never heard about that, don't worry about that. We have something called as an bag of words. Okay, we have something called as an n-gram representations. So these are all going to be n-gram representation, guys. Okay, and apart from that, we have something called as an TF IDF. TF and IDF, term frequency and inverse document frequency. And apart from that, we have something called as an word to vec is there. Again, in that word to vec also, we are having continuous back of words, or we are having something called as an skipgram representations. Word to vec topics are there. So these are going to be some basic fundamentals of NLP is going to be gets required, guys. These are all part of NLP. One hot encoding, bag of words, n-gram representation, TF, IDF, word to vec options. All these are going to be some of the basic NLP concepts what we have to learn about that. So before going to that, there are some other techniques are also there. We have to learn about all these things. After that, immediately, guys, within hardly, it will take 2.5 weeks for this, guys. To this NLP also, it will take 2.5 weeks. It will take it because we have to learn one hot encoding, bag of words, n-gram representation, TF, IDFs, word to vex, all these things we'll learn. Almost all another 4.5 weeks it will take in, guys. After that, directly we'll start with something called as the generative AI applications, what we are going to do, guys. For that, we don't do any kind of a development from. That means we don't write any code from the scratch. Everything is going to be mostly in our generative AI. We are going to use many of them are going to be something called as a pre-trained models. We are going to use them, guys. There are some many of the which is going to be the pre-trained models. We are going to use it. That means the models are already developed by somebody. You know that, right? Some of the pre-trained models are developed by, we all of you have an idea about OpenAI community. So where the ChatGPT was developed. So it is nothing but from a community called as OpenAI. We are having something called as an LangChain and LangSmith. And we are having something called as an Olama. Isn't it? So many different types of pre-trained models are there, guys. We are going to work with all these pre-trained models. Or we are having something called as an Llama. Isn't it? So these are all going to be some of the, which is going to be mostly will depend on the pre-trained models, what we are going to use them, guys. We completely depend on some kind of an pre-trained models, what we are going to do that. Some of the models we can use it free of cost, but for some of the model we have to pay. For OpenAI, we have to pay, guys, somewhere around $5. Apart from the course fees, you have to pay some, you have to spend some money, guys. So $5, $10, maybe hardly somewhere around $10-15 we have to pay. You have to spend maybe at least somewhere around 1500 to 2000 Indian rupees we have to spend them, guys. Why? Because it is going to be some of them we cannot directly access them. We have to pay compulsory for OpenAI community. We have to pay $5, minimum $5 we have to spend mandatorily. So some of the models are going to be some kind of one which is going to be, there are going to be some kind of a free. There will be some free models what we are going to be having them, guys. So don't worry. Just I'm showing you. Apart from that, we can see some kind of an models. So normally with your Google account, you can connect with them, guys. See there? These are all some kind of a models, guys. See there, it is going to be the LLM generations, what we are going to be gets working with that. Models mainly we are using for LLM generations, what we are going to use this large language models. See there, as you know that, right? Recently the GPT-5 has been got released. So GPT-5 Nano, GPT-5 Mini, GPT-5, it's going to be Gemini 2.5, Pro, Flash. Okay, so many we are having those particular application. Amazon, which is going to be Bedrock, okay, which is going to be cloudy something. It's going to be, we can see so many different types of models and all these things what we can see with the data, guys. See that lot of models we have them, guys. Lot of models what we can see, these are all going to be some different types of, which is going to be the models and all these things what we are going to be gets working with that. So don't worry, I'll show you all these applications in the coming classes, guys. Don't worry about that. We are going to work with all of them. We are going to be gets working in the coming classes. We'll discuss about them. So just I'll show you, I'm showing you some kind of an Olama models, guys. So once if I go there, you can find out different models. We can find it off. Come down. You can find out which is going to be a lot of different types of models what we can see with the models. See that these are all going to be some kind of an which is going to be some different models what we can see. So which is going to be, we can see guys, llama models, we can see DeepSeek models, what we can see, gamma models, what we can see guys. See there, so many different types of models what we are going to be having there. See the models guys, what is the size of the model? So if you can see, this model is a size of 231 GB. So if you want to download it, how much time it will take? So that's why in our training program, we don't use that much size of we don't use that much sizes guys. Hardly I may use this one guys. I may use this one. I may use one more. It's Llama 3. We are going to be using Llama 3 model is there, which is approximately 1.3 GB. These type of models only we have to do guys, because if you download them and if you try to run them, it takes a lot of time to download. We can't download this one guys. We can download, sir, in real time. How to use it means you can download them, but it requires a lot of computing power and computing space is going to be required. It takes a lot of time. If you want to just, if you run it means it takes hours of time, it will take it. Not hours, maybe days of time it will take it. Even these, that's why we don't use that much large sizes. For our training purpose, we are going to use this, which is going to be small models like 1.3 GB or maybe somewhere around 815 MB data was there. Better to use not more than 2 GB you try to use. So Llama 3.2 if you use it, so it is going to be somewhere around, which is going to be, it's going to be 2 billion parameters it is using there. It is only using 1 billion parameters. As the number of billion parameters increases, automatically the size also increases guys. You can use guys, lot of models we are going to be using. Just we have to download the model and just we have to run the models guys. So we'll see them, how to install them and all these things, what we have to work. So we can see here guys, just don't worry, I'm going to show you. So this is going to be something called as the Olama models, what we can see there. See there? So this is going to be the Olama model. So which one you want to use? So you can use a different options, what we have to work with them. So if you want, we can just do that. So just like normal, how you work with the GPT models, ChatGPT, same here also, we can say that same as it is. You can work with them, ask them. So it is going to be ask it and it's going to tell you. So what is generative AI? Ask it directly. So what is generative AI versus which is going to be something called as a discriminative AI. Discriminative AI. Just a minute once. So I'm asking about this guys, what is generative AI and which is going to be something called as a discriminative AI. So if you ask it guys, observe carefully what is happening. It is downloading this particular model guys, which is not possible for us. 60 GB size is there. It is trying to download it guys. So it takes a lot of time now guys. So we cannot work on that particular applications there. So change it to which is going to be something like this. So try them. So you can try them guys, different options what we can work with that. So don't worry. So we'll try to download. We don't try to download that kind of models. We cannot download it guys. So later we'll see how to work on that. Later we are going to be working on that. So it is going to be, this is a model. I think it is already there in my system. This Llama 3.3, 3.2 is already there in my system guys. So it is generating some kind of content which is already generating directly. No need of downloading. See that it is generating guys. It's generating guys. So if you can see, this is the data what we can see. It's not ChatGPT. It is going to be, there are, don't think that only ChatGPT is the only one guys. We have so many different types of the LLM models what we are having there guys. So discriminative AI. Discriminative AI is a type of a machine learning models to design to make some predictions or decisions based on the label data. So as I said that now, the image classification using something called as an convolution neural networks. What is generative AI guys? They are designed to create some new content. They're also designed, they're also learns, but they're also going to learn something, but to generate some kind of a new content, what I said that. So as I said that, text generation using some kind of an GANs, which is nothing but generative. There's a technique what we have to use in GANs and all these things, we'll discuss about them. So as I said, an example guys, discriminative AI is nothing but train a model on a labeled data, example images of dogs, to predict whether an image is a dog or not. The goal is to make some accurate predictions. Generative AI is not like that. Use the same model to generate new synthetic images that resemble the dog-like pictures. The goal is to create some realistic samples for training and testing purpose, what we can do with that. So something like this, we have to generate some kind of an which is going to be, they are capable to generate some kind of a new models like this guys. So we can use OpenAI models guys. You can also log into OpenAI. In OpenAI also, we are having a different types of models will be there. Let me log in guys. Let me log in and show you. Already I think yesterday I've shown you guys. So mainly we are going to work with these techniques only, guys. You need not to worry about writing the code. You need not to worry about doing any kind of an application. Just connect with your normal Google account. You don't require any separate accounts are required, guys. With your normal Google account, you can connect it. So I'm just connecting with my Google account, guys, and you can see the account there. So there also we have a lot of models are going to be there. See, a lot of models what we can see. These are all going to be different types of models, what we have to work with them. So different types of models what we can see. So whenever you want to go for some chat GPT models, guys, you can see some kind of a GPT models. So if you want, we can say compare the models. You can find all that kind of a models. What kind of a models you want to compare, which models you want to compare. All these are going to be some kind of a models, guys. Just an example, I'm using something called as an embedded text embedding 3 large, text embedding which is going to be 3 small, and we also have one more also will be there. It is going to be ADA which is going to be 0.02. So it is going to be what exactly they will do. Performance is very high, performance is intermediate, performance is low. Speed, it is going to be how much speed it is taking us. So the very speed, it is going to be input, textual data, input is text, input is text. So see there, it is going to be, it is asking about the text here, guys. So what is going to be the input? So what can be the input? How much time it will take? Supports or not supported? Something like this, what we can see up to 40,000, which is going to be tokens per minute. It is going to be, I think 40,000 tokens per month or something. I think so. It is not per minute. It's free up to here 40,000 token per month. It is going to be free. After that tier 1, I think 1 million it is going to be. It is 1 million, guys. So tier 2, which is going to be tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. So depending on that, what we have to work on that. So we uses these models, guys. Why I uses these models? To convert some textual data into some kind of a vector representation, we uses something called as a text, which is going to be embeddings, what we are going to do. That's what they can do, guys. They will convert our data, whatever the text data was there, the text data is going to be gets converted into some kind of a numbers, guys. And it will costing you somewhere around $0.1. $0.1 it is going to takes it here, guys. So that is what we can see with the data here, isn't it? So we'll use this kind of a techniques only. We don't train anything, we don't do anything. If you want to work with images and which is going to be vision, guys, when you want to work with images and visions, then we are using some kind of an which is going to be, see the prompt like this, what we give it, generate an image of a great it's one, it is going to generate some kind of an output, it is going to generate it. So for that we are using GPT 4.1 mini model, what we are using it. So just you have to import like this, guys. OpenAI, just call it and just you say client dot, which is going to be, if you say it is going to be generate, it is going to generate the required output, what it can generate it. We'll see the applications later, guys. So no prerequisites of any programming language, because I'm going to teach you all the basics of Python. I'm going to teach you, guys. I'm going to teach you all the basics of Python. And apart from that, not only from my side, guys, so as a complimentary, so who registered for this course, so you are also going to get some kind of an a free Python videos also we are going to get in, guys. Along with my training, there is going to be free Python videos, guys. Normally this will costing you somewhere around 5,000. You are going to get at a free of cost, guys. But these are not live recording classes. There are going to be pre-recorded classes. So delivered by Durga sir. So he is the DURGASOFT technologies. It was started by the person named called as the name Durga sir. He was an expert in Python and Java. So from almost all 25 years of experience he is having. I think you have seen some Python videos online also. So he delivered that 170 plus videos are there. So if you want, you will get the access for this also, but for a limited access of which is 6 months of time, guys. So 170 plus videos, almost all 180 days. So you have to complete in the case if you require, it's not mandatory, but if you want to learn a little bit more of advanced Python, so then you can get the access to this particular Python videos. How to get the access and all these things, I'll tell you later. Okay, apart from my classes also will be avoided. The live recording classes also will be available, guys. So these will be available through the Google Drive. So first initial 3-4 classes, they will be available in YouTube, but after that regular classes will not be available, guys. It is available in Google Drive. Every day to day, the live recording classes, our classes are completely live recording, guys. So many of the training program, I recommend them, guys. So whether you join this course or any other course, so please make sure that whether the classes are live classes or not. So why? Because is many of the training programs are misleading. We have seen a lot of people, guys. So what they will do is 2 days, 3 days, they will conduct a demos, just like how I am conducting now. So after 3 days, what they will do is once the demos are completed, they'll ask you to pay the fee. Once you pay the fee, guys, immediately they says that immediate after paying the fees, what they say is these are all recorded sessions. And how they will try to convince you also. How they will try to convince you saying that, so instead of attending somewhere around 3 to 4 months of time, instead of attending for 3 to 4 months of time, so it is going to be, they says that you can complete at a self-paced. They says that self-paced, it means based on your availability. For example, if you are free, so today you can complete 3 videos or 4 videos. Or if let us say that at the weekend you can complete let us say 10, 12 videos on a particular day. And you still says that instead of spending 3 months, 4 months, you can just complete within 1 month or 1.5 months, you can complete it. That is a way they will try to convince it. So really, if you want to learn from videos, guys, I recommend, if you really want to learn from videos, so go to Udemy, guys. For not even 500 rupees, less than 500 rupees, you will get a generative AI course. You can get it. Less than 500, guys, 499, 450. Sometimes due to in offer time, sometimes there are offers. Even for 349, 399, also you can get a complete generative AI course. You can get it in Udemy. Go there and verify. You will get in, guys. 449 is the price you can get an online which is going to be Udemy course. But you can't learn anything from that. You can't complete your course, not even for 6 months, even after 2 years also you can't complete it. Many of the people I have seen, guys, they will be they will learn something from the online. So basically in online in YouTube, there are a lot of free videos are there, guys. If you want, you can let a lot of free videos will be there. But free videos are not for learning. You can't learn from them, guys. So the recorded videos are not pre-recorded videos. You can't learn from that. It's too much time it will take it. For learners, it will take too much time. But who has already having the knowledge, like people like me. So if we, whenever some new topic will come, immediately what we will do, we'll buy a course in Udemy and we'll upgrade myself. So we guys can understand them because we'll play the video, whatever the main topic is there, only that concept I'll take it. We know the concept. That's why we know the implementation. For yourself, generally there are not theoretical concept. Mostly they will be practically, they will show them in Udemy courses. They don't teach you the theory concept there. So without the theory, you cannot go for the practical implement. For learners, it is not recommended. But for the people who know the knowledge, who want to upgrade themselves or upskill themselves, for them, I recommend the Udemy courses. Instead of wasting this much time, you go to the Udemy and learn from there. But for beginners or for learners who are learning for without having any knowledge, so don't recommend them. So don't fall to that kind of a training programs. So I've seen a lot of programs like this, guys. Many of the popular ads that comes in YouTube. So you'll attend them, pay the fees. They says that it is recording, but our sessions are not like that, guys. Complete day 1 to the last day. Everything is going to be the instructor-led training program. Even the programs also, whatever the programs I write, it is not like some people what they will do, guys, to share to make that means to save the time. What they will do is they will write some code already. Already there will be some pre-written code will be there. So directly they will show the pre-written code and they will execute the cell and they will execute the program and show you this is how the output will come. You can't understand anything from that. So, but in my class, it is not like that. For every class, for every batch, I'm going to write a separate code. I'm going to write it. So separate code, we are going to use something like a Jupyter notebooks. I'll use a Jupyter notebooks. I'm going to use, which is going to be mostly Jupyter notebooks are IPVNB files. So I'm going to share you this IPVNB files. For every batch, we'll be having the IPVNB files. Just I'll show you once. I'll just show you how the IPVNB files will be there. I'll show you some examples from my side. Just give me a second. I'll show you my examples. I'll tell you how to install the softwares and all these things. I'll tell you. Don't worry. We'll discuss about all those applications later, guys. Maybe See guys. So how the each and every class, class to class, every class to class will have the files like this guys. So batch 7:30 p.m. Mainly I'll deliver two trainings. One is data science classes will be there and some generative AI classes will be there. So these are all going to be some morning 7 a.m. These are going to be some 7 a.m. These are the generative AI classes, guys. So see there, this is going to be some kind of an examples what we are going to do that. So see there, this is going to be something like how I'm reading some textual data, how I'm splitting some kind of a data, how I'm converting that all this into some kind of a numbers. All of them has been got converted into some kind of a numbers, guys. See there. This is completely, the words has been completely converted into some kind of a numbers. We'll work mostly with the textual data, guys. This is morning 7 a.m. batch. So currently, which is already running, and they already started with the generative AI, the LLM models, they are already generated with that. So something like this, guys. So we'll be having some kind of an every day to day, there will be some which is going to be some kind of an the files will be generated like this, guys. I'll share these particular files to you, and along with that some other application. So it is going to be something like some other class morning 7 a.m. I think it's not this one. It is going to be previous batches. So like this, guys, we have some kind of an which is going to be each and every batch will have the files like this, guys. Every batch, if you see, there is going to be something like this, what we can see with the data there. This is how we are going to be gets working with them. Okay, so don't worry, in your class also, the same technique will be having the files like this, which we are going to share all these particular files. Okay, so we'll do a lot of case studies, guys. We are going to do a lot of case studies. This is how do you write the code. Do you observe carefully? As I said that it is only just about importing of libraries. Just we have to understand what are these libraries, what is pandas, what is re, what is nltk, what is numpy, what is scikit-learn. Just with the help of some libraries only. I don't write any code. So don't think that this code is very complicated. The people who do not have the idea, they may be worrying about all these things. They will get confused with this. But nothing important is there, guys. They're very simple technique. One by one words, we are going to write it like this, guys. See, just one line of code, one line of code, one line of code, just a one line of code, just a one or two lines of code, not more than that. That's it. All these things, basics, I'm going to take care about that. You need not to worry about that. There are some libraries are required, guys. Something like pandas, we have a matplotlib. Some kind of a libraries are important, which I'm going to discuss those particular libraries, guys. Okay. So just to get some idea, like how our training program will be there, what we are going to learn. I'll give a more detailed information in the tomorrow's class, guys, by showing you all the complete, what is the content of your course. Okay, so giving some idea about how much time it will take. Yesterday, just a little bit of generative AI technique I discussed. And today, just what are the things we learn, how our training program will be there. Okay, so day-to-day recording videos will be given, along with the Python videos also will be given access, where you can learn separately, or within my class training also, I will teach some basic core Python topics. I'm going to discuss about them, guys. Okay. So that is about my today's session, guys. Today is my second session. So I'm not talking about most technical implementation for the today's class. So tomorrow I'll show you the complete course content, guys, how much duration for each and every topic. So what topics we are going to learn, how we are going to learn our training program goes on. So all these things. Even I also already given some idea, more detail. I'll give you another idea in the tomorrow's class. We'll discuss about this, guys. Okay. So that's it for the today's class from my side, guys. And another 10 minutes time is there, just like yesterday. If you have any questions, guys, feel free to discuss. You can unmute yourself and you can speak. I think some of you new learners have joined for today. If you have any questions, or else you can unmute yourself or you can speak, or else we have a chat window is also there. So please post your questions in the chat window, guys. Okay.
Hi, sir. I
Yes,
have
hi.
one doubt.
Yes, yes,
Uh,
sure.
I have 5 years of experience in QA engineer. I'm
Okay.
working as a QA engineer in
Mm-hmm.
storage domain. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Actually, which AI will be suitable for me to learn? Which will add on to my position? I'm working as a Python automation engineer now.
Okay. Okay.
It
Do
is
you have
related
any plan? That means as of your after see the my question is, are
Mm.
you having any plan to, that means in your existing company, is there any projects are happening based on any generative AI, or are you looking for a or
No. I'm looking for job change, which
job
will
change?
add on. It will add on, right?
Okay, okay,
Because the market is asking
mm,
AI skills also.
obviously.
So I keep on updating. So I
So
decided to
because
learn.
okay, you are from direct, you are from QA, not from much scope of development, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So better to go for generative AI, better rather than going for the data science. By because
Yeah.
if you go to the data science, little bit maths, little
Mm.
bit programmatical skills, more conceptual understanding should be there. In generative AI, rather than conceptual understanding, mostly
Mm.
implementation will be there easily. So better to go for generative AI.
Okay, what we do actually is we have one framework.
Mm,
So in that we are testing the using Python. We are going to test
okay,
the test
okay.
cases.
Oh, okay, okay.
So complete development it is not there, but
Mm,
we will do the automation and
okay,
also manual. I have
okay, okay.
involved.
Yeah, that is
So
better
Gen
because
AI is suitable, is that?
yeah, yeah. So better is yeah, that's basic. I think you are working with Python, right? So you may have a little bit basics of
Yeah,
Python
yeah,
knowledge will be there.
yeah. I know
That
Python.
knowledge
Yeah.
is sufficient to learn the generative AI. Data science is
Okay.
also easy to learn, but more into maths and more into models, training, testing. A little bit more conceptually, it will be there. So you have to spend a little bit more time on understanding and all these things. Better is implementation is very easy. So better to go for generative AI. And companies are also looking for completely direct implementation of this generative AI rather than working on that particular data science and all these things. But anyhow, in our training program, a little bit idea about what is machine learning, what is deep learning also, we'll discuss about them. That conceptual understanding is sufficient for that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
fine.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, thank you. Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Vamsi, this
yes.
course going to be every day at weekdays at 6:30, right?
It's
Or
weekdays.
is any
It's weekdays 6:30 to 7:30 is the class timing.
no change? It
No
won't
change.
change.
So is it? Are you looking for a change, or you are looking for should not be changed? Is it
I'm looking
comfort?
for early, but that's
This
why.
is the time because we already scheduled last week at 6 o'clock, but very few learners has joined there. Why? Because 6 o'clock is a little bit because the working people will they will move, they will travel from there. At that time there will be maybe a traveling time, or maybe sometimes there will be 6 o'clock. Many of the companies will have meetings will be there. So that's why what is the thing is we schedule for 6:30.
6:30, and it won't change.
Yeah, it won't
That's the
change.
main
Time
thing.
won't change. Yes, 6:30.
Sir, do we have other class at what time, sir?
Which batches you are talking about?
Same generative.
Right now, morning 7 o'clock is one batch is going on, and
Okay.
this is another batch. So this is the another batch. Currently, only two batches of generative AI. We have data science batches are there, and we are planning to start a data science batch. Recently, one 10:30 data science batch is there, and in 6 o'clock also we are planning to start it. But we'll have the classes. Maybe we are planning to have a one more generative AI classes, but it's not yet confirmed, but maybe at 9:30 p.m. we are planning it, but it will takes a little bit time, maybe a 20 days or 1 month it will take to start.
Yeah. Actually,
But
I want to attend two sections at a time. I will complete
Okay.
training. That's it. Yeah.
Okay. So morning 10:30 a.m. we have a data science class is there, and now as of now 6:30 p.m. we have a generative AI class was there. Okay, you want to
but the
attend
morning
two
7
sessions at a
a.m.
time.
Yeah, it's 4 months, right? Generative
Okay,
AI total. So
okay.
that's I'm thinking. Yeah.
But then without having the basics, how can you? Because that is already they're in advanced concepts. Means already they are started with LLMs.
Okay.
So you cannot understand that. There will be some sync will be there. You don't cannot
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
already have the knowledge, fine. But without having a knowledge, you cannot attend two batches
I
like that.
have only basic knowledge of
No,
Python. Then
that's not
better I will
sufficient.
attend a complete
You have to attend
single
completely.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yep. Any others, guys?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm an RPA developer, and also
Okay.
I do some kind of chatbots using Copilot Studio and
Mhm.
a little bit of Azure AI as well.
Mhm.
So, what is the best? I want to explore Gen AI, Agentic AI, and all the theory concepts so that I can better perform using this Gen AI concept. So, what is the best course that you suggest?
Generative AI. So
So,
you
do
need.
you cover?
Yes. You go ahead.
Do you also cover agentic AI? Any because there are so many platforms, right? Like where we can actually develop Azure AI solutions,
Yes.
AI solutions. So, do
Yeah.
you also cover that platforms? Something related, just not about generative AI, and something also related to agentic AI.
Yes. Absolutely, we'll cover up them. But see, there is a lot of things are there. You are saying there is a lot of platforms are there. So all platforms we cannot learn completely, and everyone may not be an expertise on that, right? So as
Yes.
part of my expertise, I will be see when the generative AI has came, when the agentic AI has came. See, for like the trainers like us, it has almost all takes at least to become an expertise. At least it will take 1.5 year. It will take to become an expertise on any new technology. Okay, immediately we cannot become an expertise on that, right? So now people started teaching generative AI in a more effective way. So suddenly agentic AI. So we have the techniques are there, but as of now, because the course is going to be four months of time. So today if you start it, anyhow it will take minimum, it will take 3-4 months, it is going to take it. So I assures that at least I'm going to teach you some. Right now I can't say that how much extent of agentic AI. Now we started working on that agentic AI, we are still working on that. We are doing a lot of research. See, I can learn some agentic AI from Udemy course, I can teach you, but that is not our
Okay.
implementation, right? We have to learn something, we have to implement, so that implementation is level. So self implementation is level. To explain to somebody, our experience, our expertise should be different. So we are doing some kind of a research on that, we are working on that. But by the end of the course, maximum you will be getting some knowledge on agentic AI and AI agents. You are going to get a complete training on that. But I don't say that it's a complete end-to-end process, end-to-end project you cannot explain. But at least 1 or 2 use cases of agentic AI, 1 or 2 cases of the implementation of the AI agents, we are going to implement it practically. That I can assure
Okay.
that, but not completely like an end-to-end, I cannot say that. But generative AI, it is end-to-end process, we are going to learn it.
Okay. And it's 4 months, right? Is
Yes,
it like
4 months.
until December?
Maximum,
Weekdays?
yes, it's on weekdays, right? 4 months you can take. Actually, 3 months, 3.5 months, we'll say. 4 months. It is going to be almost all started, right? September, October, November, December. Maximum by end of the December.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, fine.
And because I have seen one more course where it focused on Gen AI and agentic AI, so I want to have like around something like more of Gen AI and little bit of
Yes,
agentic
yes,
AI as well.
absolutely,
So
absolutely, it will be there, because though I didn't specify in my course, obviously
Mhm.
we'll add up. But only thing is how much extent we see. As of our knowledge, instead of putting everything now itself, whatever we experience, obviously we are going to add up all those things. Previously, see, when we used to say that data science is there. In our data science, we used to use machine learning, deep learning, NLP, etc. Now we are adding a little bit of something like what we can see, like we used to add some kind of a generative AI, we are adding up them. So though we don't highlight them in that particular courses, but obviously as part of the industry requirement only, we have to train it, right? Simply, I cannot teach you basics of Python or basics of some data science, and I cannot say that this is a course. So obviously by the end of it, anyhow, there are 4 months are there, no? So absolutely, I guarantee some, at least not basics only, but intermediate level of agentic AI and AI agents, I'm going to include in the course curriculum.
okay.
Okay,
Thank you so
fine.
much.
Right.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
I
yes,
have
hello.
a question.
Yeah.
Once we enroll in this course, how long can we access the study material and classroom recording? So, would we have lifetime access or
No,
limited duration?
it's not lifetime access, it will be limited access will be there. But you have to get some confirmation. As of my knowledge, it will be for accessible for 6 months, or maybe extended to 1 year maximum, I think so. But I have to get confirmation from our backend team. Maybe as of my knowledge, it is for 6 months of videos you can access from the as part of that. Maybe at most case it will give you for 1 year, but it is not for a lifetime access. They don't give it a free of cost.
Okay. And one more question. Once we complete this course, would I be able to use this various LLM models and
Yes.
integrate it particularly with Java
Yes,
ecosystem?
yes, absolutely. That is the main target of your this particular training program. We are going to mainly train you how to create some different LLM models by using different frameworks, how to fine tune them. All these things we are going to learn as part of this training program.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Yes, Amit, sir, I'm not able to visualize course path. Like you told that you have to pay extra to use tools. We are using existing models, and we required to create new models based on project requirement. Yes, maximum, Amit, we don't use as part of the LLM models. We are not going to use any, we don't create our own models. We are going to use as some kind of an existing models. We are going to use them. So if you want to use some existing models, there are some pre-trained models are there. See, if you want to create an LLM model, why should you create an LLM model from yourself? So OpenAI has given a GPT model, has been given to that. So get that GPT model and fine tune according to your requirement and use it. Why should I train? If you really want to train with that, you require a lot of the hardware resources are going to be required, and a plenty of which is going to be the input data is going to be required. So it is nothing but some kind of a pre-trained models we are going to use, fine tune them according to our requirement and according to the need, and we are going to implement them. So no need of buying anything, like we don't develop it from the scratch. If you want to really develop it from the scratch, as I said that, right, you require some kind of a deep learning knowledge. You have to understand how to train the models, how to test the models. A lot of conceptual understanding is required. That's why what we'll do is we pay some money. Some of them are free, some of them we have to pay. Uses some open AI, we have to pay them. Without paying them, we cannot use it. So pay some money to them and then access those particular whatever the pre-trained models are there. But some of them are open sources. We can use it at a free of cost only. We can use it. So in generative AI classes, we don't develop any kind of an models from our side. Instead of that one, use some existing. So what is cloud services? What is an advantage of cloud services? In cloud services, there is a ready-made, which is going to be the software is readily available there. Just download it and use it, or create an instance and use it. Same technique here also we are going to use it, because our main productivity should be faster. If you start from the scratch, it will take some months of time. If you use a pre-trained model, within a few hours, you can develop a chatbot application. We can create it. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Real-time examples of generative AI. Absolutely, we are going to be using some. See, nowadays, what is happening? Whenever the employees joins, they will be having some induction program is to be there. But nowadays, what the companies are doing, that they are saying that we don't conduct any induction program. We have an which is going to be some kind of an LLM model is created. So directly everything is going to be guide you. The LLM model is going to guide the employee. So what is your leave policies? What are the do's? What are the do nots? How to apply the leaves? Okay, how the salaries will be credited? Everything that is going to be done directly by the company itself. So it is the LLM model is going to be does that. So for the internal usage and everything, they directly uses all that LLM models that are developing for them. In companies are using like that only. They're having their own LLM models. So everything is going to be, the LLM model is going to guide the employees. If they get any requirement, directly they'll go to that particular models, ask the question and get the response there. Yes, fine. Yes, Gopichand, I think are you using any such kind of an LLM model in your company?
No, sir, just
Okay,
asking.
you're asking. Yes, absolutely. That is going to be any kind of an application, not only that, anything. So employees induction program. Nowadays, they are not conducting any induction programs. Directly, there is an LLM model, use the LLM model directly. Okay, fine, guys. So that's it for the today's class, guys. Hope all of you have got all of you got your answers. Okay, that's it for the today's class, guys.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
One last question. In this course, would you also teach us how to use this LLM models in many other programming languages, like how to integrate them?
Maybe not completely, but at least we'll show you some HTML application. One small web application, we'll try to integrate it, because that is not our work, right? The front end UI and all these things, it is not our work. There will be UI developers will be there separately. That is not going to be our work. But for implementation, I'll show you one small an UI application with the help of Streamlit. We are going to create one library is there, Python library, without knowing any HTML. We can create them. So using that a small kind of an application, I'll show you how to integrate with an HTML application in a web page, in a website, how to integrate the chatbots and all these things. We'll discuss about those particular concepts.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Fine. And yes, somebody is raising a question. And what about the models that are very huge in size? What is the functionalities of those models? Will you not use unless we use that? Because see, there are very huge models are there. Obviously, if you want to download them and if you want to use them, high computing systems are required. So personally, we cannot get that high computing systems. But when you go to real scenarios, we are going to get it. So models are same, but only thing is more effective there are going to be. They are trained with more data. These are trained with less data. So that is the difference. That is the difference. So you have to know how to utilize them only. So once you know how to use them, automatically, whether it is a small model or whether it is a huge model, concept is same. Only thing is high computing is required. So a little bit GPUs and all these things that are going to be required. So for our training purpose, I cannot ask you to buy a GPU based machine because that is going to be very costly for us. So that's why work on the basic simple models only. When you go to real time, then we have to work with large size models. We can work in the real applications. Okay, fine. Okay, guys, that's it for the today's
Sir,
session.
Vamsi,
Yes,
sir, I
yes,
have a
Ramesh.
question.
Yes, Ramesh. Yes.
Yeah. So our company is using Gen AI.
Okay.
So so right now the totally engineering team is using that. But we work in a infrastructure area like
Okay.
network security part. So if in case, what is the scope that I will be having in this area to use the Gen AI? Also, if I want to implement something in my area, will you be going to help with the mentorship or kind of ideas?
Yeah, I can guide you, but
Yeah.
you have to give me some complete infrastructure. If you give them a complete implementation, then I can guide you. But
Okay.
obviously, it will be confidential, right? You cannot
Yes,
reveal all
yes.
those things outside.
No,
So
kind
at
of
least
idea.
idea,
Yeah.
I'll give you.
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So that's it, guys. I think hope all of you have got all of you got your questions are answered. And still, if you have any further doubts or any further questions, guys, I'm sharing my contact number here in the chat window. So feel free to reach me. I already posted there 8080771117 is my contact number. And I'm also sharing my email ID also, guys, in the chat window. You can just make a note of that. So whether you join the class, whether you don't join the class, okay. So just in future, if you have any further queries or if you want any further suggestions or any kind of suggestions or anything help from my side, feel free to reach me on my WhatsApp number, guys. Okay. So that is my numbers. So please note of that. So not only now during the course timing and after the course, or whether you join the course or didn't join the course does not matters. In future, if you have any further questions or any help from my side, feel free to reach me on my WhatsApp number, guys. Okay. So thanks for today, guys. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time with the same link, guys. Thanks all of you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.